This happened to us back in 1984, just before the whole world knew who the Night Stalker was. I was in elementary at the time and lived at home with my parents and siblings. Back in those days, my aunts and uncles would all meet at my parents' house for either a Friday or a Saturday night get-together. Most of the times, the parents would all go out and leave our kids at home. They would order pizza, let us make popcorn, and drink sodas. One evening, all our parents, aunts and uncles came over, and they did the usual. They ordered us some pizzas, and I remember this has been the first time we had a VCR. We were the first family in our block to get a VCR, so us kids were to stay home alone, and my cousin rented Halloween. We had the old popcorn machine that used hot air to make popcorn, and the pizza and sodas were all there. As the night went on, our older cousins played tricks on us. Typical things to scare us younger kids when we were sitting in the dark, watching a scary movie, munching on popcorn. It was getting late, and it wasn't unusual for our parents to return home way past midnight until at least 1, 2 a.m. in the morning. My sister was sitting up against a sliding glass door. My sister was just behind me, and I don't remember exactly the details that led up to this, but all of a sudden, she let out the loudest scream. We all jumped up, and of course we thought she did that to scare us all, but she was shaking and in tears. My female cousins jumped up and went over to her and got out of her that there was a man outside trying to get in. My older brother says, "Let's run across the street." Our neighbor was a sheriff deputy. I remember crossing our neighborhood street like if someone was after us. We banged on the door saying we need help. His wife answered the door and let us in, and then he came out of his bedroom. He also grabbed his big flashlight and gun and told his wife to call the station. We stayed with her while he went to our house, and by that time, the police had arrived. Sure enough, there was evidence that someone had jumped our brick wall fence, and there were tool marks on the sliding glass door. They asked my sister to describe the man, and she said he was dark, tall, curly hair, skinny, and dressed all in black. The police said it was probably some random bum just trying to get some quick cash. Fast forward to that summer, and the summer from hell, when Los Angeles was in a heat wave, and it was the summer of the Night Stalker. He ended up killing a neighbor of my mum's friend from our church. To this day, I wonder if it was the Night Stalker who tried to break into our house.